Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the back clinic. Coach Daniel here, and today I'm introducing the concept of movement hygiene. This is going to be a big one if you're dealing with low back pain, because I know for me, when I had my episodes of disc bulges, low back pain, etc., I initially overlooked this because it felt silly. I'm going to explain what movement hygiene is and give you a couple practical things that you can implement starting today in order for your low back, to start feeling healthy again. So I'm going to explain movement hygiene by demonstrating, or rather explaining how. So in the gym, how we place emphasis on maintaining proper form as we lift to even out the loading distribution, meaning make sure that tissues are loaded evenly, making sure that we're not training with bad form essentially to maximize our gains, right? Well, if you're dealing with low back pain, especially in the initial stages, you're going to need movement hygiene. Now, what is movement hygiene? Well, know how you're told to brush your teeth once or twice per day, depending on who you ask. There's a certain way to move that will cause pain when you're in pain. And there's a certain way to move that won't cause any pain when you're in pain. And the first step to actually becoming aware of that is, this might sound silly, but it's something I've seen over and over, especially if you've been training for a while and you're used to pushing through pain. And that is actually to not get annoyed at the pain, okay? Especially when it happens in your day-to-day life. Number one, do not get annoyed at the pain. Number two, do not push through it. It's simply a signal telling you what you're doing wrong. Like, if you had a bleeding wound, like if you could see the damage on your back, would you continue aggravating it? Probably not. But back pain is invisible in the majority of cases. Like, you can't actually see the injury compared to a bruised leg from a torn muscle. So number one, understand that you're being sent a signal from your body, and that signal can get distorted. It usually does when you've been in pain for so long that eventually everything begins to hurt. But that's another topic. For now, you have to understand that movement hygiene is essentially the practice, the art of moving pain-free in your day-to-day life. This is a concept I teach my clients at the back clinic. And how do you begin doing that? Well, here's a comprehensive guide, macro-wise, what to do about it. Number one, take a piece of paper and a pen, or use your notepad on whatever electronic device you have, and you begin writing out everything that hurts. I bet you'll notice a pattern eventually. These three movements have this thing in common. If I change that, then I'll be able to move pain-free. Now, before we continue, I'm going to give you this train of thought. Let's say you have 5 movements or actions in your day-to-day that you do repeatedly that hurt, and the pain has gotten progressively worse. Now, let's say you didn't know how to move in that pain-provoking way. Let's say you moved in a totally different way. You wouldn't be in pain. Why is that important to understand? Well, you see, if you're not if you're doing the same, if you're achieving the same result with another movement, then why even repeat the type of movement that hurts? Okay? You wouldn't be in pain. So starting today, once you've listed out the movements that hurt, you're going to get creative and look for alternative ways to achieve the same objective. Whether that's picking something up off the floor, whether that's brushing your teeth, sitting down on a toilet chair. So my mentor, Dr. Stuart McGill, was explaining how he was teaching an elderly lady how to squat up from the toilet seat. Marvelous, right? And once he taught her how to move differently, all of her pain was gone because she wasn't provoking it. Okay? So it's a key concept to understand, which I'll be creating more content about. For now, start getting creative. Start thinking in terms of movement patterns that hurt versus, my back hurts when I pick something off the floor. That's actually an incorrect and incomplete statement. Instead, reframe it this way. My back hurts when I pick something off of the floor in a certain way. Okay? That should get you started.